Haven't really crocheted since our last broadcast, so we're still at the same. Got this done. What we gotta do now is close this little hole here. So here's some little thread cutters. And I think the instructions call for about a 4 arms length of thread left on your tail. About this much. Here we go. Put these back in the safety things. Totally forgot to filter the thing to all messages and not this top. Oh, it seems real loose here. Right, it's gonna fall. Guess we'll find out. I want to thank everyone for tuning into the broadcast. I appreciate it. I hope everybody's doing well today. Hey, what's up, dogs? Thanks for joining the broadcast once again. Long time no see. How's your day going, buddy? That's awesome. Sounds like your day's going pretty well. I'm closing up the reindeer. Hey, Grace, thanks for joining. Thanks for saying hi. I appreciate it. Can't complain. Yeah, woke up with a headache this morning, which as of late is more likely to happen than not. I assume it's from stress. My day ain't going too bad. Got up at about 9:30. Did a little bit of cleaning. Play a little bit of video games. Ate a bowl of cereal. Then I took a shower and now my lady's at PT and we're killing time in the car once again. So, you know, decent day. Plan on going and spending the evening with my brother once again after physical therapy. Boom. Now it's all close. It's never even there. Yeah, we had my oldest brother and sister-in-law, they have been taking steps to get my brother transferred to a better rehab than what he's at. And it's basically, we're waiting on like Medicaid to contact the facility we're trying to move him to, so the facility can then tell them Oh no. Um, yeah, this is something he needs, and he'd be better off as such. Totally thought I lost my needle there. Fell. And it just fell again. God damn it. So I get to try and toss it into the tin. Found it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, it should be going well. We got his doctor to like. I actually do think I have an extra one in there. To use the right verbiage so that Medicaid is more likely to approve what Chad needs. Um, the place we're sending him to had their like consulting nurse come and check Chad out to like approve like, yeah, this is a place he should be at and not the place that he is, a place they work at. Which my brother Tony said that happened at 2 o'clock. He said that it went really well. The lady seemed real excited to have Chad, and the work they can do with him. So right now it's looking pretty good. It's a waiting game of the facility confirming with Medicare that they will pay for it, and we are good to go. Which, with it being Friday, hopefully, with the nurse coming in today and confirming, and the doctor getting the right wordage in and all that, hopefully Monday we'll have him transfer into a better location than he's at now. And for everybody who's joined and doesn't know what I'm talking about, which I appreciate you joining the broadcast, back in November, my brother had a really bad asthma attack, which caused his lungs to shut down, which caused his heart to shut down, which his brain went without oxygen for about 20 to 30 minutes, I believe, while they were doing chest compressions and things trying to get him to the hospital. In that time, part of his brain sadly died, which controlled the fine motor skills in his brain, so he is having to relearn how to use his body. In the process of it all, like, the emergency Medicare and just our family being, not prepared for something like this, because very few families are, we ended up getting him into a place that seemed like a decent place, but it has just been an absolute nightmare. Not going to go into too many details, because not that I have any kind of a real following and anybody will ever hear anything I say, but we are there for at least another few days, so I'm not going to try and bash the place too much. Don't want them to start neglecting my brother more than they already do. Even that might be too much of a slip up, but yeah, it's been very hectic on me and my family, because who's prepared for their 34-year-old brother to become basically a quadriplegic for a bit, and now he's getting more like movement and stuff, but he's not getting the right treatments and things he needs for his age at the place he's at. So hopefully when we get him transferred over to the next place, he'll get the proper therapies and things he needs, and we'll see even more improvement than we have. He's been improving extremely well since this all happened back in November. He has some movement in his arms. He can do a little bit on his phone, especially with like voice and things like that. He can use his phone. I just mean he can do a little bit, like he can actually hold it and slide on the screen and things like that, instead of, for a while it was just we had his phone clipped into a thing next to his bed so he could use the voice to, send text, call people, things like that. He's also able to move his legs very well, bend his knees. Things hurt. His feet are real tight. Um, and yeah, he's overall he's doing extremely well. We are very lucky in that sense. He hasn't lost like his ability to comprehend all that much. Um, not even sure he has lost full comprehension. He's a bit slower sometimes because he's still, we're literally just hit 3 months into this, and from everything I've researched, 3 to 6 months is the real like crucial time of figuring out where you are when you have this kind of brain damage. So we're just in the beginning of the window figuring out what's going on with him, and he's made awesome progress so far. So hopefully we can get him into this better place, and he's just going to smash it out of the park and be as close to back to normal as he'll be able to get, which is totally possible, especially with the progress he's made. Is just back to what he was before the accident, and it's like the accident never even happened. So yeah, well, only time can tell. Thank you so much, dogs. No, I really appreciate how you joined my last few broadcasts and talk with me. It really helps, um, being able to just vent about it to a certain point, as well as distract my mind by, talking about other things, because that's part of like the emotional drain of the whole situation. Is it's and as because I know the situation that you're in, it's much like there's you get downtime from it. Like it's not consuming your entire life, but it is consuming your entire life because it's always on your brain. It's something that never stops being on your brain, especially early stages like this. We're still in the process of figuring out our new reality, um, as a family and as individuals with, having someone in the situation that my brother's in. So, yeah, we're all still figuring things out, but it's going extremely well for what we are going through. It's definitely going the right way. And let's get back to this crochet. I'm glad I can help, man. Um, as I say at the end of my broadcast and most of my videos, I tell everybody to try and be kind out there, because I understand, it's impossible to be 100% kind all the time. It's not reasonable. Everyone has their own emotions, but you can always try to be kind, and that's what I aim to do with every person I try and talk with, even idiots that are, Trump supporters, including some of my family members. Um, but yeah, you're a well-rounded person, it seems like, and a compassionate person, which is a good. I think everyone should be a bit more compassionate than what they are these days. It's, we let our individuality become more important than the community that we built to give us the ability to have individuality. I've heard that before. I do like that. That's a decent saying. It's very accurate. Let's see here. So, again, this is what we're crocheting. I gotta cut the string off him, but this is where we're at. Got the body. Again, take our little thread scissors here. These things aren't the greatest of scissors. I prefer actual scissors because these aren't. I've tried sharpening them a few times. They're just, unless the thread or yarn in this case is like pulled taut or tight, yeah, it doesn't really cut through it. And then even then, I gotta like use the right combo of pressure and tautness to get it to cut. It actually cut pretty decent that time. This is us without the string falling out. you. Um, so like for crocheting, so my lady bought me the advent calendar for Christmas. Um, we got it like literally 2 days before my brother had his asthma attack. Um, so I haven't been able to do it as quick as I would have liked. Um, like I'm pretty sure there's 12 boxes. I think this was box 5, I think, or maybe 6. I forget which. But we're slowly working on the advent calendar. So I actually don't know what the next character is yet because it's a mystery. But she also, this was a few months ago now, probably like a month and a half before my brother had his asthma attack. She bought a Beetlejuice pack from the Wobbles, which is who I get these things from. This is the wrapping on the yarn we're about to be using. It says, all I want for Christmas is the Wobbles. But yeah, that's where I do get most of my crochet things from. She bought, when Beetlejuice came out, they released like a pack. She bought that pack, so it's got Beetlejuice, Lydia, and the Sandworm. I got Beetlejuice done, and then something, I think maybe I just got distracted like creating, um, and we're back. Apparently I lost some connection there. But yeah, I got like distracted creating content and the like, so I didn't get Beetlejuice done all that quick. And then we got the advent calendar. So Lydia and the Sandworm are both waiting until after I get the advent calendar done. She then, even though I told her after the advent calendar, don't buy me any more Wobble stuff for a while. I got plenty of things to do. It's a backlog. Stop buying these. She bought a cow and a mystery donut, which I broadcasted some of its crochetings. I'll have to like make a video or something and post it, or next time I go live and I'm at home, I can show the donut, as long as I haven't given it to her aunt yet. It's like a mystery donut thing. You opened it and it's just different, a chance of being different kinds of donuts that they do. Um, she wanted us to do that because we usually go and see her aunt at least once a month, and we go and get donuts with her. Like we'll go there like in the morning one time throughout the week, and we go all and go get donuts together. So she got me that donut to crochet for her. So I started doing that because I figured, a donut's probably not going to take that long to crochet, so I'm gonna get it done. And it didn't. It only took me a few days. But yeah, everything going on with Chad, I've been real slow on the advent calendar. And then my favorite's probably a vanilla cream. My birthday was a week and a half ago, I think now, something like that, on the 18th. She got me for my birthday. The Wobbles had recently came out with a like Batman bundle. So it's Batman, Joker, Harley Quinn, and I think Harley Quinn's hammer. And then there's 2 mystery things, I think. But she got that for my birthday, and I told her like this one, like I straight up, that one I basically packed away because I've already got enough to do. No, my birthday's actually January 18th. It was literally like a week ago. September, I think that's my grandma's month. I do have 1 or 2 birthdays in September. I think one's my grandma and then one's like a niece or nephew, maybe. don't matter. There's so many of them, it's hard to keep track. But yeah, no, my birthday just passed. Turned 32. But yeah, so I got quite the backlog of things to crochet. I'm also, one of my nieces are starting to get into crocheting. So me and her, when I have some time, are going to get together and I'm going to crochet a flower with her to help teach her how to start crocheting. Because right now she can do like a foundation chain, which is what I'm about to do myself, but that's all she knows how to do, and she's like happy with that. She just tells everybody like, "Yeah, I'm fine with just doing the chains. I enjoy doing it." And I convinced her like, "Hey, we can do like a rose because I've done that for my girlfriend." Um, so yeah, at some point I'm gonna get together with her and do a rose. But the next thing after the reindeer is the next advent calendar. So it's a mystery as of right now. Not sure what it'll be. Oh, no reason to be sorry, man. It's with everything you got going on, trying to remember the birth date of a random person on the internet you've talked to, like 3 or 4 times now. That's not unreasonable. I have a hard time remembering birthdays of people who like I actually know and am close to. Like my siblings are the only ones I remember well. Past that, like I know my parents are, my mom's in June and my dad's in March, both towards the end of the month. Couldn't tell you the exact day though. Um, I got so many nieces and nephews, I don't even try and remember their birthdays. And then my girlfriend, obviously, I remember her birthday because, her being a lady. But yeah, remembering dates is a whole thing, especially with people you barely know. I'd never expect somebody to treat like anybody who I've ever interacted on the internet to remember any like date or important information I've given them. Because yeah, who are people on the internet? Nobody. No, everybody is important. But it's a cool thing about being acquaintances. You don't have to keep the same social norms that you do with people you're close to and things like that. All right, so now we got to work on his nose or his snout. That's what they call it. So working on that bit right there. First thing we got to do is rewrap this thing up because I just messed it all up. No, that definitely helps when people have birthdays around dates like your own birthday. Like one of my nephews' birthdays are mine and my girlfriend's anniversary. So that one's a bit easier for me to remember because another date that I definitely got to remember. I appreciate you considering me a friend. I would say the same. I should have wrapped this thing up at home. Trying to do it in my car, I'm afraid of the yarn falling and hitting the floor. That is nowhere near as clean as I keep my house. I do not want to get the yarn all gross. There we go. And this is what it looks like now. It's I don't like the way they wrap up some of the, like, when they have a lot of yarn like this one. See, they got this whole system, which helps and works. But these little ones that don't have as much string, like this one here, once you take that piece of paper off, which they're generally so tight you have to take them off to use the yarn, they basically unravel into a ball of mess. inches. This is not going well. Yeah, a little more loose. More loosey-goosey. Got a couple of wraps out of it until I tightened up. Favorite crochet I've done. I've only been doing it for like 9 or 10 months now, but favorite crochet I've done. That's a hard one. Possibly, I did a pineapple for one of my nieces. The like leaves on the top, I really like the way they came out. Came out looking, not realistic in the sense of, oh, those are leaves, but it came out looking really like realistic. Looked good on the pineapple. So that might be the one. I like a month or two into crocheting, I decided to, because most of the time I do wobbles, they send, you know, pre-packaged setup deals, gives you all the materials you need and the blueprint to follow. But a couple months in, I wanted to see how well I had retained some of the information without, just following the directions like I do with the wobbles. And I made a great ball from Pokemon. That was the first time I ever did a crochet without any kind of direction. I also tried to make a Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball did not come out well. That was actually from my brother Chad. But it didn't come out all that great because it was, the second time I've ever tried to do something without having directions to follow. The Pokeball came out pretty decent though. I can, next time I'm at home and live, maybe I'll try and, depends on how late we end up staying with my brother, maybe I'll go live tonight when I'm at home and show off some of the crochets I've done. A lot of them I don't have anymore because a lot of the crocheting I do is for gifts for my nieces and nephews. So quite a few of the things I've crocheted I no longer have. But I still have their, little cards that give you the direction stuff. I keep all the cards. I don't know how long I'll have access to like the directions for them, but I figure, as long as I can get back into the directions at some point, I can always reuse the blueprints, even if it's not with as nice a yarn or whatever. So then if I want, like, the very first thing I ever crocheted was a dinosaur. So if I ever want a dinosaur for myself, I still have the card. Actually, the Wobbles have a Stranger Things pack. So if this is something you're thinking about wanting to get into, I'd look into the Wobbles. They're a little expensive. Some people on the internet claim that they're not worth the money that they are. I've only bought 2 myself. My girlfriend buys most of them for me because it's just one of her love languages, buying stuff. Plus she's got a little bit of a shopping problem. But they're like 30 bucks a pack, give or take. The yarn is top notch yarn. Like, this is nice yarn. So I personally think the $30 is 100% worth the money because it comes with like video tutorials of them talking you through how to hold the hook and how to do stitches and things like that. And yeah, I think it was made extremely well. Um, Obviously, I have learned how to crochet from it. So I totally think it's worth the money, especially since like my girlfriend buys a lot of them in packs. So you can save like 20 bucks overall on, like, usually they come in either 3 or 4 packs, but you can save like 20 to 30 bucks by buying the packs. That's usually what she does. But it is 100% worth the like 30 bucks that they are. Because they have like, and they also do like, they have a Star Wars one, I'm pretty sure. Um, Among Us, a couple other like themed ones, and then they just have tons of different like animals and things like that. Animals is what I have the most of theirs. Just off the top of my head, lion, dinosaur, a pig, a dog, pineapple. Though that's not an animal, it's just one of the ones that I've done. Surprised I'm blanking. I haven't done that many. Yeah, I'll have to do a live when I get home, like go through the different ones I've done. I like to do a mini Tommy Shelby. You love Newsboys caps? I know what kind of hat you're talking about. I don't know who Tommy Shelby is. Or my brain's just not placing the name. It's possible I do know it and my brain just isn't placing the name. Yes, like, there's like a knot at the core of this. That is totally partially my fault because I don't really know how they go about, like, wrapping these littler ones up. Kind of seems like this is specifically supposed to be a loop holding it all together. Looks like I'm going to be doing no crocheting today. Just untangling this yarn and rolling it up. Okay. I seen the first like season, maybe a chunk of the second season. Seems like a cool show. I think the only reason why I didn't keep watching it wasn't like because it was bad or anything. It was just one of those shows that slipped through the cracks, you know what I mean? Just started watching other things and never went back to it. Really, that happened with a lot of like TV shows. Um, when I got with my girlfriend, there's a few shows that we were watching when we got together, and I decided to stop watching them because I think my girlfriend will also like them. So why not watch them together? And she wasn't much of a TV watcher before me. Um, so there's tons of TV shows and movies that she doesn't even know exist. Damn it. And I think it's matter how much yarn it is. And it's possible that, like, this isn't done by machines. I would assume it's done by machines at this point because it's not like Wobbles is like this small, unknown brand. They're a pretty big company. They apparently they went on Shark Tanks. I get their ads all the time now. Doesn't matter where I'm at on my phone, I get Wobbles ads. That's how I learned about them apparently being on Shark Tanks because I've never really watched it. And I actually just I watched the first season and then because that's one of the shows that took longer between seasons, um, I just never got back into the show. And again, now that I'm with my lady, she's never seen Stranger Things, so that's one of the ones that are on the list. Really? That's crazy. I didn't realize that was that old of a show. That's nuts. Have you ever seen Hell on Wheels? So I finally got like the knot loosened. Just don't know what to do with it now. Can't really trace the yarn back to either side just because of how much of it there is. I don't think that would work. Dude, I highly recommend it. Easily in my top 10 favorite shows. That was an extremely good show. I watched that show as it came out on AMC. It's one of the few shows that when it ended, it there wasn't tons of questions. And I feel like very few shows, fully close up like their plot holes and story hook-ins and things like that. That's one of the shows that did it extremely well. Damn, I thought I had it. Let's try and wrap it up from this side. No, that's smart. That's something I kind of wished I would have done with Stranger Things, was get into it, a bit later in its existence. Because, yeah, just think I wouldn't have, if there was 2 seasons of it and I got into 2 seasons, I don't think it would have been a show that I dropped like I did. Because I only put in 1 season, not all that much time. So it was, you know, after I had to wait a long time for season 2, I just kind of stopped caring. Oh shit, I think I fixed it. Damn. Thought I did. So close. Damn it. I was so close. Yet so far. Can't figure out which is the right thread to pull. This is starting to get a little aggravating. It's like, now I kind of have to figure it out, because if I try and put it back in the tin like this, it's just going to get all wrapped up and be even worse. It's already been 45 minutes. I get this figured out. Lady will be coming out soon. The way this is knotted, I feel like I didn't do this. I feel like this knot was here before I got here. So close to having it all untangled. That's what we're dealing with. Oh, jeez. It's so twisted up. So this is son of a bitch. Thought I had it. I don't have it all the way, but I have it enough to where I can twist some more around my hand. See, like, that straight up, right there, that looks like a goddamn crochet stitch right there. Like, at the core of this bundle, they did a fucking crochet to, like, keep it all together. And that's what fucked me. Was this little crochet stitch they got going on here. Oh, I was right. My lady's done. You come in, love. Sounds like you should. Love just got done with physical therapy, so about to end the broadcast. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. I that's the problem. I don't know how much of it I need to continue to be attached, so I can't just try and, chop off one end to fix the rest. Because I don't know how much I actually need. But thank you, dogs. Appreciate it. I hope you have one as well. Thank everyone for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Check out my page and other content. If you enjoy it, throw me some likes and follows. I might go live tonight to show off some of my crochet stuff, so keep an eye out on that, dogs. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, try to be kind out there.